Welcome back. In this video, we're going to make the part that goes on top of the trophy and learn some new skills along the way. So now that we have the main trophy made, I want you to go over to Basic Shapes and find the heart. We'll be right here. Click and drag it out. Set it on the work plane. Now I'm going to give you some dimensions for this heart. I'm going to click the middle corner handle, and we're going to change the bottom number to 35. And let's change this top number to 30. These numbers will actually change a little bit later, but these are good starting points. Don't change the height. We're going to keep the height at 10. Now we're going to carve something into the heart. We want the heart to actually say something. So I'm going to move it over a little so I have some space to work. And we're going to go over to our basic shapes and find the text. Click that, drag that, and drop it on the work plane. We're going to edit this text now to change what it says. To do that, we're going to click, or first select text, and then open up this menu. And in this box, we can change what the letters actually say. We're going to call this STEM. You can do capital or lowercase. You can change the font if you want to as well, but we'll have it say STEM. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to change it from a solid to a whole. So click whole. It's going to make it kind of transparent or see-through. You're going to find out in a little bit why we did that. Whenever something's transparent or see-through and it's grouped into something else, it's going to carve that shape out of it. You'll see what I mean when we do this. So I'm going to minimize this menu so it's not in the way. And now we need to lift STEM a little off the ground. So I'm going to zoom in, select STEM, and find that lift triangle. I'm going to click it and lift it only 5 off the ground. So you want to lift it till this number says 5. You can also click it and type a 5 and press enter. And now what we're going to do is something that isn't very precise. We want to grab the corner handle of STEM, and now I'm just going to click and shrink it. And I'm going to drag my heart over, and you'll see STEM was lifted, so it's above it. And we want to make our heart bigger and, I didn't mean to move that, and shrink STEM until the entire word fits inside of the heart with nothing hanging over. So you can either change the shape of the heart or change the shape of the word STEM, or a little bit of both. Make sure that it's not hanging over the edge. You want to make it as big as possible though. You can even use your arrow keys and tap it to get it centered. So take some time and get it right where you want it. Don't forget to change the color of the heart if you want to change it. I'm going to change it to this nice pink color. And now what we're going to do is we are going to group the heart and the word STEM together. We don't want to group it with this though. So we want to drag a selection box just around STEM and the heart. Just like that. And now we're going to group them together. So click the group button. And after it groups it together, you'll notice that that clear invisible text disappeared, but the part that was sunk into the heart actually carved that out. This is a really cool trick that you can use with shapes as well. You can turn any shape into a hole and use it to carve out part of another shape. Now we're going to do a really hard maneuver called a twist. We want to rotate this heart upright. Now whenever you select a shape, there's 3 different rotation or twisting arrows. There, there, and there. Sometimes you have to move your camera around to see them. The arrow on the bottom twists things this way, but we don't want to do that. So I'm going to hit the undo button. This arrow twists or rotates things this way. Don't want to do that either. So I'm going to hit undo. We want to use this one that can twist our heart upright. If you move your camera like mine, you'll see it right over the letter M. And I'm going to click that, and we want to twist it 90 degrees. So I'm going to click that 0 and type 90 and press enter, and it will be perfectly upright. Now you can do it by hand. You can click and hold this until that number says 90, but I find typing works easier. So either way, if for some reason your heart went that way, then you'll want to type in -90, but for most of you it should be +90. Remember, you have an undo button if you mess up on the heart. Now I'm going to hit the home view so I can see everything. Okay, looking good. Now we're going to lift the heart up and put it on top of the trophy. So I'm going to click the lift handle, and I'm going to lift it pretty high, probably around 60. I'm going to keep it a little bit lower right now, but you could probably lift it up to 60. And then I'm going to slide it over. Yeah, you can see I didn't go high enough. So I'm going to lift it a little higher. Looks like 60 looks pretty good. You do want the heart sunk into the trophy a little bit. But if I want to bring it a little bit higher so you can see that point, you can. But you want it sunk in a little bit. So take some time and get the heart where you want it. Once you have it where you want it, as far as height, we're going to align everything to make sure the heart is right in the middle. So we'll click and drag and select everything. Then we'll select our Align tool, and we'll click the middle black circle there and the middle black circle there, and now it's aligned. Now we can select it and group it. So I'll select and then press the group button. And sometimes it will sit and think for a little bit. If you ever group it and it has a red outline, that means it's the computer's processing it. And now, congratulations, we have made our STEM trophy. It does save as you go, but if you want to make sure it's saved, you can go up to the top left corner and click the colorful TinkerCad logo, and it will automatically save what you've done into the cloud. And now when I go back to my main menu, there's the trophy we made. Congratulations.